Go ahead.
Okay, so we are Project Hanoi.
Okay.
So our disease is cholera, and just a background of what cholera is, it's a disease that's induced by a bacteria called Vibrio cholerae, and it usually exists in underdeveloped countries or poor areas where they can't afford water filtration. So a few symptoms of it are headaches, vomiting, nausea, cramps, or diarrhea, and it can often be fatal through dehydration or if it's not treated immediately.
So the main treatment of cholera is rehydration salts, which you can put in with water and sugar to drink after you have diarrhea. And if the rehydration salts don't work, the main reason you can go to get antibiotics, the doxycycline for adults, and the antithromycin for children and women who are pregnant. And people who don't have cholera yet but want to get vaccinated can get Shancol and Ducarol, which is a oral vaccination you can put in water and drink.
Okay, so our project is going to be in Vietnam, the capital of Vietnam, Hanoi. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to hire 150 educators and bring them into the capital and educate the people on cholera and like sewage, like water filtration and stuff. And we're going to also bring 1,000 vaccinations, so we can vaccinate people before they get cholera, and also 3,000 oral rehydration therapy salts to treat the people who already have cholera.
Our budget we plan to spend is around $3 million, and with the employees we plan to employ Vietnamese nurses and Filipino educators, and this covers all their flights and housing in Vietnam. And for the medicine, we plan to have vaccinations for children under the age of 5 and rehydration therapy for those who are infected with cholera, and the equipment will consist of flyers that we plan to hand out and a warehouse.
So our total budget is around roughly $3 million. We know that that's asking for a lot, but we do think that our project is set apart from others because first of all, we do have very effective education. A part of cholera is that when we send like 150 nurses with a treatment or educators, it's really simple and effective where you just they're just going to go and teach them proper sanitation, washing the hands, and just to keep a clean lifestyle. So we think that that's very simple and it'll be really effective for the majority of the community, not only those with cholera, but those who are unaware of how cholera is contracted. We do also have a focus in Asia where 70% of most cholera cases are in Africa, so many charities have gone there focusing in African countries to benefit them, but there have not been as much of an emphasis in Asia. So we chose Vietnam because there have been around 2,000 cases that have been reported. So we thought we shouldn't be dismissing this, but also treat their community and help them. Just support for our project is the treatments. We do know that it is successful. It's not just we're asking for money for medicine, but we know that it will be up to 52 to 62% effective within the first 2 years. So we know that it will really benefit their community. Thank you.
Great, we have some time for some questions in the board.
On the children that you talked about, that you were
Yes.
going to, do you have numbers or ideas of how many children that you plan to do that with?
Yeah, 1,000.
1,000
children. To
Is it
vaccinate.
just one vaccine and it's good for their life, or do they have to get repeated vaccines?
The vaccines are 7 cents, and it's usually you can help children without the disease yet. So before they even get the disease, if they have a vaccination, they're basically guaranteed to not really contract the disease.
Forever? I mean, is it just one time, one vaccine?
think so.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
pretty
And once you have cholera, can you get it more than once?
No, once you get cholera and
You're
you're treated,
immune,
you're
yeah.
fine. Yeah.
Okay.
So will 1,000 vaccines be enough?
We think that it's enough just because there's only been 2,000 cases reported in all of Vietnam. So just 1,000 vaccinations throughout the people contracted, we think it will benefit the majority of the community.
Does it show positive slope for the disease? Like, is it increasing in number every year or in the past few months, or is it just a scattered few cases of cholera?
I think it's kind of scattered, but I think it's gone down quite a bit. But yeah.
Yeah, it usually, well, the reason we chose Hanoi is because it exists where people are living close together and they don't have proper sanitation, so it's easier to spread there. But usually it just starts in Hanoi, like we're the capital, where everyone's living close together, and then it spreads. But it's only been 2,000 cases usually.
And then, so the other question I would have was, you want to educate them about sanitation and stuff like that. But then even once they have the education, are there resources and infrastructure in place for them to even receive clean water or filtered water? So even like, say you educate them, you don't want to be drinking this water, do they have other options of where they can go?
I think in Hanoi, like the capital, I think they do have like some places, but so I think like one of the best options is to educate them about it.
Well, and they have many rivers where they get water, and most rivers that are close to them are pretty dirty, but they do have clean rivers to get water from, and that they just don't know that the water they're drinking is dirty, so there are other options for clean water for them also.
Okay.
Any other questions? Great, thank you guys very much for your time, we appreciate your
Yeah.
presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you.